students, we are going to discuss about the peasants' participation in the non-cooperation movement. What role did the peasants play during the non-cooperation movement? Now, the peasants during the non-cooperation movement, they were distressed with the high rate of taxation on land. Also, the rise in the food and other basic necessities. So all these reasons have forced them to join into the Gandhi's movement. And leaders like Madan Mohan Malaviya, Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel also encouraged the peasants' unrest, peasants' agitation. They encouraged, they inspired also them to protest against the British rule. Nehruji had founded the Ayodhya Kisan Sabha in UP. Kisan Sabha was the organization of the peasants that I have already discussed in the previous video, that in order to help the peasants to voice out their demands and to keep safe their interests, to safeguard their interests, the Kisan Sabhas all over the country had been set up. And in the year 1936, ultimately, All India Kisan Sabha was set up. Now, because the farmers, who are the backbone of our society, they have joined the non-cooperation movement wholeheartedly. The non-cooperation movement, for the first time, it was the political movement which had got a very strong power of protest. And Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, everywhere the peasants have started their protest against the misrule of the British government, against their rightful ownership on the land, no tax payments, etc. And the British government had also taken very strict measures to suppress their revolts, and the police and the other administrative organization of the British Empire have forced the peasant movements to subdue. And here we are going to learn about the UP Kisan Sabha, which was founded by Gauri Shankar Mishra, and one of the leading personalities of this UP Kisan Sabha was Baba Ramchandra. And he started peasants movement in Sultanpur, Hardoi, that area, Raebareli in UP. He was arrested on false charges of theft. In order to suppress the growing popularity of Baba Ramchandra, the British police had arrested him on the false charges of theft. And his arrest had led a great discontentment among the peasants, and they burst out in revolt and they started the Eka movement. Eka movement means a united movement. And in the year 1921, the Congress party had supported the movement. This movement was led by Madari Passi and Sahreb. Usually the leader, who was the leader of the Eka movement, we say Madari Passi or Passi Madari. The peasants had created a symbol of Ganges river, and on the bank of that symbolized Ganges river, they took the vow, they promised not to pay any extra tax, only recorded rent they would be paying. They would not be evicted from the or moved away from the land which they were cultivating under no circumstances. No cause would be able to remove them from their land. The Eka movement failed because the British had taken a very strict measure against the farmers. And regarding this portion, few questions come. Who was Baba Ramchandra, and what was the Eka movement? So from here, the notes, the first few sentences on Baba Ramchandra, you will be writing. They are 2 marks questions. And Eka movement, rest of the points where the Eka movement has been explained, you will be writing that portion for Eka movement. Next important Kisan movement or peasant movement which we come across is Bardoli Satyagraha. Bardoli is a small village in district of Surat in Gujarat, and there the peasants had revolted under the leadership of Vallabhbhai Patel, and they revolted against the exploitation and tortures of the upper caste community, which in Gujarati they are known as Ujali Paraj or fair-skinned people. These oppressions or the exploitations were held upon the lower caste people who were known as Kali Paraj or dark-skinned folks. So, apart from the exploitation, protest against the exploitation of the upper caste people, the increase in the rate of taxes, despite of the fall in the price of cotton. The rate of land tax was too high, but the price of cotton was less. It had decreased. So the peasants were asking for the or demanding for the reduction in the land tax also. As the price of the cotton had fallen down, so they were demanding for the reduction in the tax of the land also. So it was basically a tax boycott movement organized by Vallabhbhai Patel, whom the peasants had given the title Sardar. When we talk about Vallabhbhai Patel, we call him by the name Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And the title Sardar was given by the peasants of Bardoli when he was leading their movement in Bardoli. He was given the title. The movement was supported by the workers of the cotton mills in Ahmedabad, the Bombay Girni Kamgar Union, which was formed in Bombay. The workers over there, they have also supported, and the Communist Party had also supported the Bardoli Satyagraha. Now the government, the intensity of this Bardoli Satyagraha was such that the government had set up a committee and which had proposed for the reduction of the taxes from 22% to 6.5%. So 22% to 6.5%. There was a great, huge reduction. So the Bardoli Satyagraha, we can call it was successful. It was a successful peasant movement because what the peasants were fighting for, the reduction in the rate of the land tax, that was really reduced by the government. But this role of Congress Party was not wholeheartedly supported. It was criticized that the Congress Party had kept the interests of the upper caste people in mind, and they failed to achieve the success of the lower caste people. So the scholars say that the approach of the Congress party towards the Bardoli Satyagraha was narrow and limited. So though it was successful, but the Congress party was criticized for its role played in the Bardoli Satyagraha.